Will AI replace the traditional recruiters? Or will it redefine the role entirely?
People should feel happy, and they are happy that we have got a team who is working with us, is magnifying our competence. Now, there is always a tool, there is the assistance of AI with the help of which there is more structured hiring process.
One part of hiring you would fully automate today.
Harvesting, screening, and shortlisting.
AI is here to support us in the best possible way and make us sort of a superhuman. Biggest myth about AI in hiring.
I don't know why still people they discuss that AI will replace humans.
Welcome back to another episode of Einstellen.AI's podcast series, where we go beyond the buzzwords and explore the deeper shifts in how the world hires. Today, I want to begin with a number that is 81%. Yes, according to a McKinsey report, that's the percentage of executives who believe AI will fundamentally transform recruitment in the next 5 years. At the same time, 60% of HR leaders says that they still struggle to strike the right balance between automation and human empathy. It's a complex intersection. And today, I am joined by someone who brings both depth and foresight to the world of talent. Prerna Rajan, Global Business HR Head at Damco Solutions. With over 20 plus years of global experience, she's led high impact people strategies at scale and helped shape talent ecosystem that are as empathetic and they are effective. At a time when AI is rewriting the rules of hiring, Prerna brings a rare lens blending human insight with digital transformation. I am thrilled to have her here to decode what the future of hiring should truly look like. Prerna, it's an honor to have you here. Thank you so much for taking out time and doing this for us.
Yeah, it is equally a pleasure to talk to people from the industry like you all are really doing a lot, and it would be a really great conversation, I'm sure.
Perfect, Prerna. With that, let's just get started. Let's start with a wide angle view. You've seen this space evolve over decades across economies, technologies, and mindsets. So the first question that I want to ask you, Prerna, is with your deep-rooted perspective in this space, how has the HR and hiring landscape evolved over the years? And what changes do you believe have been truly game-changing?
I think the biggest game changer is now it is more proactive. I remember that there was a time when we used to take sessions that don't be reactive, be proactive. And everyone used to be proactive, you need to have data, you have to have insights. And that itself used to be a huge task. So that's the biggest change I see, and which is a game changer also, that hiring and everything has become more proactive than reactive. And acceptance of hybrid work culture, because now there is so much of change in the talent landscape also, with so much of digitalization. So expanding talent pools globally becomes important. So the another change what I see is rise of hybrid if not remote work. I also see that there is a lot of inclusive way of hiring, because now there is always a tool, there is the assistance of AI with the help of which there is more structured hiring process trying to reduce biases. Beside this, over the period, I have also seen that we have been always discussing that no, at the end of the hiring, there should be a survey, there should be this, there should be that. How to uh, see how has been the experience of the candidates. So, and then gradually, so there used to be different systems, there used to be different MIS. Now, with the AI coming, what transition I am seeing that gradually there is a unified way of, the unified approach of having the candidate and the complete end to end understanding of an employee. So the candidate experience, the employee experience has also evolved with the UX mindset. Mm, and I remember that there used to be I when I joined Damco, it was a complete paper file era wherein printed CV used to be. Uh, Everyone used to come and give the printed CV, and we used to go through every CV, read every line. Now, with this digitalization, resume harvesting, resume shortlisting, ranking, and the analytics on that, so all these things have made life quite fast and easier and more confidence in what we are hiring.
Perfect, perfect, Prerna. I think it's a great perspective, and you would have been the best person to answer that. Seeing the complete transition from
Right.
paper resumes to the digital era. I think you've
Right.
touched on a couple of great points, and I want to double click on them.
Sure.
First one being the remote work, right? I know that there have been a lot of discussion around it from past 5 years, and although the industry seems to have adopted the remote work culture, however, in a quick kind of answer from you, what has been your experience and what is your take on remote work? Because each time we feel that this is the new normal, we keep hearing some or the other stories coming out, and then people abusing the work culture, not just in India but even abroad as well, right? Recent news that have actually come out. So what's your take on that?
See, there is no debate that uh, working together, staying together, earlier there used to be joint family, and staying together always had an advantage, and there were certain limitations attached to that. There could be certain uh, family members, they would have different aspirations, and they have to leave the family, leave the country, or whatever. So every set has its own merit and flip side. So remote gives the flexibility in the sense that, of course, you can reach out to all kind of talent. So from business perspective, you get access to better talent. But yes, it does bring challenges in the sense, though one has everything to monitor the productivity, everything is outcome based. Still, at times, either the employee feels de-alienated, and as a result, there were so many cases of moonlighting also, or must be giving interviews. So there is always a uh, risk of losing the employee because there is no personal touch. So we are a social animal. So I am totally in favor of having hybrid work culture. Therefore, we in Damco, we have given complete remote to our people, but still we call them quarterly. We call them on all important events, meetings, that we should meet and we should see each other. So of course, otherwise, of course, completely working off from office has its own merit, and of course, losing time on road, losing productivity because of that also comes. There is a Because of globalization, there is a boundaryless work culture. So if you want to work late, if you want to cover our international country, then the business, they have to have this flexibility to include and accept hybrid work culture.
Perfect, perfect. I think it's a fantastic point, and I think what has been my experience on that, Prerna, is that so every time I talk to my tech team, for example, right, they keep
Mm-hmm.
coming back to me and telling me we like working from office. It is more
Mm-hmm.
productive because we are able to talk across functions. We are able to get more out of our schedule in the office. So yeah,
Right.
just the perspective. I think it has its own advantages and disadvantages. I think I totally endorse you on that.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Perfect. I think on that note, the second question that I want to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
a recent career builder study noted that 58% of job seekers uh,
Mm-hmm.
feel more positive towards companies that use technology effectively during the hiring process. So, from your vantage point, what types of technologies or digital experiences truly move the needle in the shaping a company's perception among candidates?
Yeah. So I think that's slightly I covered in my first, when we discussed the first point, wherein EX and candidates experience everything has to be unified. And today we have the generation of Swiggy types, they want everything at the click of a button. I remember my son when he had joined his first internship, so he was given a notebook. So he said, why he has been handed over a notebook? What is he going to do that? So it doesn't even strike me that what is the problem. I didn't realize that they have been writing on tabs. They are not using paper. So we have to understand that these are born digitalized kids, and they are so used to using different kind of apps. So that app approach has to be there in hiring. That kind of unified UX experience, wherein visiting the portal, seeing the JD, applying, analyzing, uh, um, uh, getting the interview flexibility, which all this agent AI are giving, video interviews are giving them as per this laws. Earlier, we used to fight that the panel is not available, the candidate is not available. It used to be so difficult to match. So all this digitalization is giving that kind of flexibility, and at a click of a button, and a fair then and there only the results also. So the kids of today, they want to see everything then and there, and wherever they see that this experience is given to them, they gain more confidence that this organization is actually a real, very sensitive organization about their experience. Even I think till date we also get sold, wherever everything we feel pampered.
No, no, absolutely. Thank you so much. I think with that, on that note, my next question is also kind of interrelated, and I think this is the problem that I have experienced, and I've spoken to hundreds of candidates who've actually appeared for the interviews, and somewhat pretty much everyone had the same problem. So my next question on that is, and it is even as per the LinkedIn's 2023 data, the recent study that they did, it shows that 94% of candidates that appears for the interview, they want feedback.
Yeah.
However, only 41% receive it. In a
Right.
market,
Mhm.
that values transparency and growth, what are your thoughts on AI meaningfully closing this gap without losing human nuance?
Yeah.
How can we give more constructed feedback to people that are appearing for the interview, so they at least get to know how did they perform during the interview?
Yeah. So it's not only how did they perform, even after the interview, also they don't get the feedback that we are taking you, your interview has been done. Thank you. So we as a human being, we have the habit of closure at every level. So let's say if I even if I'm marking my attendance or applying my leave, when I click it, I should get a message that I have submitted it. So that gives me the confidence, okay, it has reached. So it is something like that I remember. uh, I We always used to take sessions of our recruiters that you need to engage more, but they are not ravens. They don't have 10 heads and complimentary hands to do so many callings. And I also remember there used to be walk-ins, so handling hundreds and hundreds of candidates, it used to be so difficult. So, coming back to your question, is that the entire experience, right from stage one, wherein they are called for interview, and even if the recruiters they have to call, but certain transactions. So it all depends that how much adoption the organization has done. There are certain organizations they have done right from the stage zero and end to end. They have implemented chatbots, agent AI. There are certain they have taken it to the certain level, but whatever, at least it is giving a lot of bandwidth to the recruiters to do more of talking. So
Yes.
as a result, let's say if somebody has applied, so then and there only the person is getting the message that it is under review. Now you are being called for interview. The interviews happened. We'll give you feedback in 2 days. You are now being considered. So these are small things. Even if that person is not getting the complete feedback, at least the person knows that it is moving. And this is one of the biggest frustration the candidates experience in mainly large organization. For three months they don't get feedback, and suddenly one fine day they get the news that they have been selected. Okay, so they have been, and so they have, AI has and digitalization has definitely improved this experience both for the organization and the applicants. It has
Absolutely.
really, it's not that HR is sitting, hiring team is sitting and relaxing and they don't want to give the feedback, but the volume and
Yes.
the team, so there was such a huge gap that it used to become difficult to handle.
No, no, of course. And I think, Prerna, I really liked your answer on that because I think if technology is doing something for us in this particular scenario, it is enabling us to ensure that the right feedback, is communicated to the candidate, which is quite essential, for me. So I'll tell you my live example, right? Each time we have an open position, our TA team kind of schedules a lot of interviews, but they don't give the feedback to them. So they kind of reach out to me through LinkedIn. Hey, sir, we got interview.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
interview was like a week back. We haven't got the feedback. What is the status? So I think through technology we can really address those challenges,
Yeah.
wherein we can kind of give the interview right away, give the feedback right away.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Sounds
Even we have seen that, that interviewers, panels coming out from the project and taking interviews, it is itself a challenge, and then writing the feedback is another challenge. So always recruiters chasing that, please share the feedback. Now with digitalizations, there are note makers. Even if you have not integrated the complete hiring digitalized hiring platform, but still the tools which you use, you can have note makers. At least you will get notes, and you can, from that only you can quickly share the feedback. So of course AI is an additional team. Everyone wants a team. Everyone has got a team.
Yes. So I'll tell you a very quick point breakdown that I think the way we have tackled it, with Einstellen. So each time any candidate appears for the interview, right? So then the all the once they are done with the interview, right within 5 minutes, right away, they will get a detailed report which has the complete video recording,
Yeah.
complete transcript, how did they perform, what was the
Right.
positive, what was the negative. So they are,
Yeah.
and then it gives the scoring as well, right?
Right.
So they are not dependent even on the TA side,
Yeah.
or on the company side. So
Yeah.
while the TA gets the report, candidate also gets the report. So they are all aligned. They know that I have scored 9 out of 10, so I'm good, right? So that way. So I think these small things, and it can only
Yeah,
happen.
and it has brought transparency also.
Yes.
I remember we used to use Mercel, and it gives the complete breakdown, but it used to stay with us.
Yes.
It was not published. The entire platform did not had the visibility only to the not to the users. So of course that transparency digitalization has brought.
Perfect, perfect. I think while we talking a lot about technology, let's just shift gear and then talk something
Yeah,
else.
sure.
Uh, how do we preserve human empathy, while scaling AI in high volume hiring? Because while technology can enable us to reach out to the masses, as the HR suggests, it's human resource. That human empathy has to be there while you are talking to the candidate. So how do we preserve that? Do you think that this is gonna go away, and then we will be more dependent on technology, and it's all always be driven by technology, or can we keep that human empathy side in the hiring game?
So there are two aspects to it. One is that, see, every organization is using different platforms, different tools. Maybe I use Uber. Rapido is gaining popularity. The way Rapido might have a different UI. So gaining experience there, I might take a little time to get into. So I might go to Uber only because I'm used to. Similarly, here, as far as human angle is concerned, first is that whenever anyone is invited, like with us also, like we have implemented, we are trying to make a complete unified platform wherein now the complete transition of our dashboards, our function, everything is shifting there, and we have to now what we have been using. That was also a digitalized platform, but what we have been using for ages is now going to be shifting. So it's not only that it's going to we have got the video how to use it and everything. Still, other than AI assistant, we have our own human assistant also who reach out to us, so that we really take interest in that adoption. We are still used to that human empathy, that I have a very busy schedule, I might take time. So at least that person is coming and okay, I'll take you through the video. I'll tell you how to adopt it. So there is one thing, one human empathy is that how you help the person to understand that how to use this platform, how to use this tool. Second part is like uh, everyone has experienced that. I remember that it's not only for interview. I had received a call from a broker, whether after third statement I realized that this is not a human, so it was so well done. That person was asking that DLF is coming with XYZ and this many area and all this, and then I asked that, are you a chatbot? So she said yes. uh,
Uh,
so so there what I like that there was a conversation. It was not earlier like chatbot used to be just a linear dialogue, monologue. When you are making notes, so there are also I think HubSpot is doing that. They are adding, there is a provision of adding the recruiter voice. You can add any voice, or you can add the same recruiter voice only with whom the candidate was talking. So that feedback comes in the form of a voice, that you have done this well, not that well, you can do this, whatever. So at least that person feels that that there is a personalized note. It is not a system generated note. We still feel that. mm, so these are the small things. Other human empathy is like whenever there is any kind of career transition or rejection, there are certain negative things also which has to be conveyed. There again, human intervention is required, because probably the kind of conversation the candidate would like to have, I'm not sure whether today our AI is ready for that. So that goes without saying that that human intervention would always be required. We have seen the digitalization from ages, like we discussed, that from pager to mobile, from mobile to uh, laptop to iPad to everything is now the size is reducing. But still, at times when someone comes to meet you and explains you everything, so you always feel, yeah, yeah, oh, now I have understood everything. He understands me. So that goes without saying. Otherwise, a complete family also would have digital relation.
Perfect, perfect. I think Prerna, thank you so much, for that insight. And I think with that, one concern, I would say, the next question, which actually revolves around this concern, being part of the industry. What if candidates, starts optimizing themselves for AI, and not for the jobs? Is it time for hiring also to shift from performance snapshots to real world simulations? Do you think that is the
See,
time?
with digitalization, that's how the cybersecurity role has come up. So whenever any kind of invention is there, there is always. I remember when I was in fifth standard. Since then, science is a boon or bane, and I think that would never change. We have to always see what is the bane and how to limit that, if not completely resolve that. So no doubt, if we are using it for our applicants, so applicants also would use it. AI would not limit it only to the organizations. So that is the biggest challenge. I have seen many demonstrations wherein the AI hiring platform, they have shown that our platform can immediately harvest so many resumes, they can rank it, shortlist it, but all this shortlisting, ranking, everything is happening on the JD customized, ATS friendly CVs. So we only set the rules, that ATS would accept your CV only if it is as per the JD. So it picks the keywords. Somebody said very rightly that I use perplexity and I work in perplexity. ATS would read just perplexity and it would bring the CV. Okay. So, so whether it is today it has become faster to make your keyword heavy CVs. Earlier also people used to customize it, but the pace was slow. It's very there are many candidates, they have been right from our time also, they used to uh, package their position their CV to look as per
Yeah.
the applications.
We
So
used to have
naturally,
professional resume writers. Do you remember? Right? They used to take like
yeah.
2,000 rupees.
Yeah, so it's only that AI has not replaced, but I would again say it has made it easier. That I don't have to go to a resume writer, a ghost writer to prepare. Naukri always had this CV writing section, page
Yes.
section, wherein we used to give them and they used to make those boxes flashy and all those things.
Yes. It used to give a lot of confidence, right? When you have a great looking resume in your hand, when we
Yeah.
used to go out for the interview, we used to feel like, we've got
Ah,
something.
yeah. So the guideline was it should be one page or max two page. It should not exceed that. People taking sessions on that. I have even explored certain means gradually when one after the other markets were added. I remember earlier I used to reach out to the people in the market and talk a lot. Now I go after doing my research. I understand the geo first with the help of all these LLMs, and then I go so that I have more talking points and I come to the conclusion faster. Earlier I used to grope in the dark, so no doubt. So of course, I would rather take it way that I really enjoy talking to the candidates who are intelligent to leverage the tool, but they should read it. There are certain candidates, they just do it and they don't even read it, and
Yes.
there are certain candidates when they do it they have put their soul also into it,
Yes.
you know so it means they have tried to understand the JD, they have tried to understand whether they can do it. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's just like they may have done it, however, did not mention that in their profile.
Right,
With the
right,
help of AI, they figured it out. Yeah, this is something that I can do, so why not mention it?
right, yeah.
Right?
Why
So
not to
they
mention it more clearly
more
and
clearly, and then what is
right,
expected out of it. No,
yeah,
perfect. That completely makes sense.
right.
With that, Prerna, I think it's $1 million question that I want to ask you that everybody's talking about in the market, and I think I strongly feel that for the next 5 years, this is going to be one of the most trending question, in the technology space. Will AI replace the traditional recruiters, or will it redefine the role entirely?
So I'll take my example only. So whenever any JD used to come, I always used to, and now it's all AI, ML, LangChain, and so many things are being added. And I used to reach out to the concerned technical person, and that person used to say, "Oh, it is just new in the market. Even I am reading, you know, all this." All this tech forums and all those things used to look so jackal. Like yesterday also when I was attending this Salesforce event. So I remember last year during Dreamforce when they had come last year only. Salesforce were the first organization to come up with AI agent. They and after that it was Microsoft and so on. And now I think it's every next door with the agentic AI and all this. So I will talk about my first experience, because now, of course, I have gained so much knowledge, and we are ourselves, Damco is implementing. We are coming with trustworthy and responsible AI. We are doing a lot in AI space. So I remember when went to the event, the very first thing they did is that they made us make one AI agent. So I
Wow.
can't tell you, I felt so thrilled. Prerna, you can, a non-tech person making an agent. And after that, they took us to a room wherein they were doing all little things which we do in our day-to-day life. And it really hit me hard that your life has become so comfortable. It is so conversational. I don't have to type. I don't have to enter. I always used to say, I want this writer. I want content writer. I want branding partner. I want this. I'm not able to run because if my bandwidth is choked. I'm getting now intelligent people around. They have the entire global database with them. So I think uh, people should feel happy, and they are happy that we have got a team who is working with us, is magnifying our competence.
Perfect, perfect. No, no, that is fantastic, and I think only you could have answered, Prerna. As I said, somebody who actually seen the complete transition, from when you started and where we are, and I'm sure things going to get evolved from here. And I think AI is here to support us in the best possible way and make us sort of a superhuman, right?
Yeah,
In
to
that
be
sense,
honest,
so we
I would not even like to, Zubair, use the term support, because support has been used a lot for HR. Okay, so there was a time, but HR has also evolved. There was a time, I'm from a steel city. My father was in a steel plant, and they used to have the HR person who were personal people. They were responsible to do the complete personal management. And during that time, also, I saw that the Papa being an engineer, the kind of the promotion they had enjoyed, that kind of promotion personal people did not have, because they always felt that they don't understand the business. They are not part of the business. They are only capturing rackets. And then gradually HR became business partner, and the entire IT is people asset company. So HR is not supporting. HR is business partner. Similarly, these AIs, they are doing more than what we can do. So they are not supporting. They are our business partners.
perfect. No, no, that is quite fascinating, and I think yes, with the with AI, I'm sure we are just going upwards and onwards, right?
Yeah, right,
It is going to be great. Before we wrap up, let me wear my Karan Johar hat.
so
Uh,
I'll get a basket after that.
for sure, you'll get it. So I
Great.
wanted to kind of ask like few rapid fire questions,
Sure.
so we can make maximum out of your time here, and then people who are listening to this podcast. So our audience is pretty much the candidates who are actually looking for job, who are trying to adapt to the AI.
Mm.
I think
Mm.
they will get great benefit from your wisdom and how an HR kind of looks at the technology. So with that, uh, my rapid fire first question, Prerna, are you ready?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Perfect. The first question: biggest myth about AI in hiring.
I don't know why still people they discuss that AI will replace human.
Perfect. Would you trust AI to lead performance reviews?
I would trust AI to be part of the review, not lead review, because of course there is always uh, currently the entire our data lake is also not that mature that anywhere across the world that AI can take any kind of performance review leadership, and so biases would always be there, and
Perfect.
empathy problem also.
Of course. One part of hiring you would fully automate today.
Harvesting, screening, and shortlisting, ranking.
Perfect. Is bias reduction more effective through humans or algorithms?
I think algorithm is also getting data from human only. Okay, so there are always already lot of data lying, historical data from where the algorithm also may inherit bias. And as a tendency, human beings, they are inherently uh, have the tendency to have biases. So I think we need to have the hybrid culture. We need to take help from both human and algorithm.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Prerna, for bringing such depth, clarity, and humanity to this conversation. I think I've had such a great time, great insight on few of the burning questions that are being asked today. It was great talking to you.
Same here, Zubair. I'm really thankful to you for inviting me, and I had a really great start of the day.
Perfect, Prerna. Before we wrap it up, do you have some comments for our audience or anything that you want to share from your side?
So I would only tell the audience that really enjoy this journey. I'm also enjoying. I never ever feel that I'm alone throughout the day. Whatever I want, right, right from buying a gift or understanding anything, or even if there is a full 500 notes, if I have to understand, life has become so beautiful that I feel sorted. I feel that I know I have understood. So every day when you have this closure that I know I understand, so that's a great experience. So all of you should use AI.
Perfect, Prerna. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for taking out time and doing this for us. It was great talking to you, and we would I would hope that people who are listening to this conversation, they would get more clarity on their roles. They would get some answers for what AI is doing right now, what AI will be doing for us, and then
One more
of
thing
course
I
how.
want to one more thing I want to add. I'm so sorry I cut it in between. Uh, wha- uh, uh, During this entire AI experience, what I'm enjoying the most is that I can ask as many dumb questions I can. And ironically, that is making me smarter every day.
And without being judged.
Yeah, without being judged. Yes. Thank you for adding that. So there is no preconceived notion.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, I think that has been the blessing in disguise, right? So every time, because I'm a non-technical guy as well, Prerna, right? So every time I used to go to my tech team and then say that this needs to be done within 3 days. They used to look at me like that. I mean, do you even understand technology? This doesn't work that way,
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yeah.
right? So I can ask AI how long does it take before going to my tech team, and they cannot take me for a ride.
Thank you, Zubair. I really enjoyed talking to you, and all the best. You are taking a great initiative. I'm sure you will bring a lot of meaningful change in the industry.
Thank you so much, Prerna. That means a lot, and I think your vote of confidence is definitely, helpful in a longer run. So, as we reflect on today's discussion, one thing is clear: AI isn't just reshaping how we hire; it's redefining who we become as employers. The future of recruitment won't be built on systems alone, but on decisions we make about how technology serves people. If you are building for the long game, this is the kind of dialogue that matters. Until next time, stay curious, stay international, and keep building with intelligence. This is Zubair Choudhary, founder and CEO, Einstellen.AI, signing off. Thank you so much.